Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Frick Programming. If I sound any different, it's because I changed my mic's cover, and soon I'll be adding additional things to stop sound reverberation. But let's continue on to the topic at hand, which is constants for today. So, our topics for tonight are constants. What are they, and why we use them? And then we'll go into the code time. So let's get into it. So constants, what are they? Well, constants are variables that can never have their value changed after it's been initialized. So once you set the constant variable, it can't change. If you set it to something that you don't want it to be, then don't make it a constant. So why do we use them? Well, if variable values are not meant to change after they've originally been initialized, well, this will stop that. You will have a constant value for that, meaning that if anyone tries to change it, they'll get an error saying, hey, you can't change this. And if the variable is static, meaning it could be called from a different class as the class dot the variable name, then this could be used in multiple locations without the value changing. And it's easily accessible and readily accessible and makes your code more modular, such as math.py. Math.py is a constant, and we'll take a look at that. So, with this, we're going to go over to the code time. So let's head on over to our code. All right, so we're here at the code, and we're just going to get right into it. So the way that we make constants in Java is if you type in final. Final is the keyword, meaning that this is going to be a constant. This is the final time we're going to set this value. And then it could be any primitive type or any object type. So this could be a double, in which I'm going to type this as double num equals 5. Or it could be an object type, which is string is an object. And I'm actually going to name this hello. And you always know what I'm going to do. Hello there. And this works both ways. Now I'm currently getting the suggestion mark, meaning because I'm not using the variable currently. But I'll show you that I'm going to try to reset num. So I'm going to say num equals 6. Ooh, I get an error. Well, why do I get this error? And it says the final local variable num cannot be assigned. It must be blank and not using a compound assignment. When it's giving me the quick fix to remove final modifier from num. If I remove the final modifier, it's no longer a constant, meaning I can change it. Now, there are some things that allow you to get around the constant. And that's if you set it to an object and then you start manipulating that object ever so slightly. So I'm going to try to see if I can manipulate hello. So hello dot, well, since num equals 6 is an error, it's not going to allow me to do anything. So when I do hello dot, I get no default proposals. Well, what I want to do here is take the substring of 0 to 2 or 0 to 3. And I could do that. I can still enact or run methods that occur within the object. I can still use those methods. I can still use that information. But I don't think I can reset hello. So I'm going to print out hello. And then I'm going to try to change hello. So I'm going to say hello equals hello.substring 0, 3. And I get an error. It's because my hello cannot be assigned. Okay, so I can't reset it using the equals. But what if I want to change something? So let's see if I want to change some additional values within inside hello. So hello.char at 3 equals 5. Let me see if I can do that. Well, char@, actually just returns something to me. So I can't actually set this to anything. Char@ doesn't allow you to set anything. But what if I do hello 5 equals 5? Well, I get another error. Must be an array type and is resolved to a string. Well, okay, so I can't do that either. So what if I made an array as my final? So if I do final, let me make it a char array. Hello equals H E L L O. Now this is one way to hello array. And I want to just print this out. So if I run this, you'll see hello there and hello. So this is coming from the string hello, and this is coming from the array, the char array, hello array. So can I reset hello array, or internal values of hello array, equal to p? I want to reprint it out. So yes, you can reset internal items of the array. So there are some ways to get around the constant value, and you need to take that into consideration. You can change internal items of things, but this is only going to stay as a 6 or a 5 character array. If I try to add another value to it, or it should give me an error. Yes, it does give me an error, because I get an array index out of bounds exception of 5 out of bounds for length 5. Now that is because arrays are 0 started. That means they start at 0 and they go up from there. So hopefully you guys have learned a bit about constants, but just know that if you create a constant using the final key term or keyword, you can't rechange its value, what it points to. You can change the internal values of it in the case that you are using an array or a object class that allows you to change internal structures of it. So in the case of num, I can't reset it. It's always going to be 5. I can't change that. If it's a string, I can still use the methods, or if it's a string object, I can still use the methods that string has, but I can't change what hello points to. Hello points to hello there. I can't change that. For the case of hello array, the char array, it points to an array of 5. So it points in memory to the array of 5. It doesn't point to the internal values of that array. It just points to the array of 5. So if I try to add something on top of that, I can't. If I try to change an internal value, I can do that. But I can't change that it's a char array, and I also can't change the dimension of the array. So there are ways to get around constants. So if you are making a constant, try to make it the most primitive type that you can, and try not to make it a data structure. Because if you use a data structure, you can still change the internal parts of it. Well, thank you guys, and I hope I will see you guys next time in the next Frick Programming episode.